Welcome to Third Party.
Again?
Jaiga, Nikki and Ro'dey. Welcome.
Ro'dey didn't get back in yet.
Yeah, I had to do it. So welcome to the space. You all heard the opening already because we had a glitch. I ain't going to do the opening again. Are we talking about Nikki said she read an article? Well, go in now on the article.
All right. So, yeah, it was interesting. I always like to do these psychology things and read up on it. And they were saying that when people are going for short-term relationships, they go for faith. But long-term is faith and short-term is body. So you might see a big boom to you. I keep saying it's a male thing. Because I don't know if we women are so, if you see a good man, you see a good man, whatever. Yeah, but you have to be attracted to them.
What is a good man?
Even stuff.
What is a good man?
That you get along with and you all have the same kind of values. From early if there's a man that goes to long term or is short term.
Always get man like that and hone them, so.
What?
Only get men like that and hone them because that's not what you're.
Women don't horn.
Okay.
We don't horn.
Alright, okay.
If a woman has horn, it's because mentally we're finished in the first relationship.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm saying still around.
I'm saying I don't know if that's it. It feels kind of truthful if you really think about it deeply. It feels a little something about it. Feel kind of But when they say body, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about like the attractive type, the one that you kind of fantasize over. So the people you fantasize over, you kind of have them short term. But a face, it's weird. When they say face, they're talking about like face as in beauty. High cheekbones and what you deem to be beautiful, Nicole? Oh, your response time this be so long. Oh,
my mic was off. Sorry.
Jeez, boy. Wow.
I'm trying to save static. I forget to switch it back on.
Yeah, but once
what
you gotta listen. So when you hear Nicole, you unmute and you speak.
Okay.
God, boy.
So that pauses for me then.
Yes. Because I said Nicole, and everybody just like waiting on Nicole, and your mic muted like you waiting for our next Nicole to talk? No, man.
Start over the faces, Jaiga.
Nah, I can't start over again. I can't start over again,
We've
Nikki,
lost
man.
Ro'dey. We don't know where Ro'dey is.
Oh, nah, man, you're dropping the ball, man. Come on.
So, yes, but that's all I read, and I thought it would be an interesting conversation in terms of what do we look for, in terms of
long and short
physical,
term.
Long and short term.
And some people you can be fortunate if you can get all the things you like in a long term. That'll be amazing. When you get all the things that you favor. But those things you don't think those things superficial. It's so much more to a relationship than just the actual face and body on both ends of the spectrum. Sometimes you can.
Well, I think it's important in the early because you have to be attracted to somebody for something, and most of the times is that's the first law of attraction.
The law of attraction too could be stability, yeah, because girls be attracted to
but even
players.
After that, you have to see them first before you could, don't you think? You have to be attracted to something before you go any deeper. Like me is nose, if you have a nice sexy nose.
I could never understand you on that sexy nose thing. You try and pretty it up and talk about sexy nose now. You like big nose man. You're talking about you have a sexy. I don't know what in a nose is sexy. You say about now you're like a man, it's a sexy. Like I'm like a big nose man. I don't understand. What is a sexy
nose? A big nose say a lot about the man, eh?
Wow. Okay. A big nose man.
You got a big nose and a little thing, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Nikki, what are you drinking, honey? Because I like to have some of that.
I don't know. She going on the rocker. So what we're saying is that.
So Nikki, if I go and get a nose job tomorrow, right? And I'm talking about I could shelter her in on my nose. You being misled? You want me to?
No, it's not any and every big nose. Okay, it has to have a little to it.
What?
I don't know how it reached to me and men with big nose.
But
all right?
you open
like
the
Jerry
door.
nose is big.
You open the door. I mean, how do you say you open the door? You started talking about big nose, man. And talk about the other sexy nose.
All the maxi taxi conductors now.
Hey, you cannot do that, Ace. You cannot do that. That is cannot do that. That's derogatory. How you can say, no, brother, you cannot cast that big you cannot cast that
Nikki.
big net and say that every maxi conductor have a big. No, brother, no, not in this space, brother. No, not in here.
According to I do retract the statement. That was a generalized one brush dabble.
Nah, boy. Nah, brother.
You have more skill set.
All you're fighting wild tonight. Nah, you can't do that.
I do retract. I apologize. Let me just make sure I understand. Nikki, your scenario was short term is only face and long term is body.
Well, that's what the article said.
No, the other way around. Long term is face, and if it's short term, they go for body.
Okay.
Long term, I finding it. I don't know.
So get it. How about in my case, right? I am a thing now, good.
I think.
What?
Just thing, Avril. What is thing? Clarify what is thing first.
That's a situation. She's singing up.
I end up in a whole relationship. He had no title. He understand he had no title. We had a discussion about that.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And he good. But it was out of fastness. Good.
Mm-hmm.
He meets me half drunk. He didn't have alcohol in him. And he tell me some rudeness. And me with my curious ass running.
Right.
No, a year and a half later, here I am.
Right.
Good.
Right. Understandable. Those things happen.
Day, minus the alcohol, me don't think I know what he's like.
Oh. So you was in an alcohol. So currently you're in an alcohol-infused relationship.
Boy, I like that one.
You're in an alcohol-infused relationship. No.
My last relationship is because of alcohol.
Jaiga, don't encourage you now. Please don't encourage you, Jaiga, please.
No, because listen, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
I think everybody's last relationship was alcohol.
No, you're mad.
No, went on, No. That was the last carnival. And we had the last carnival in 2020.
Yeah.
Go on and set, enjoy myself to the end of the thing. You know how my bra end up on hooking? Good?
What?
Somebody said, look back my bra, please. You come to whisper in my ear. I don't only want to hook back your bra. I want to eat you out or something. So I was like, when?
What?
Now look at you.
Wow.
Where was Ro'dey?
That was a bit much, but we digress.
Ro'dey for that part. Ro'dey at that part.
That was plenty. Avril, I appreciate it. It was a lot, but I appreciate it. But I can't. Wow. I'm trying to gather myself. That was a lot, but listen.
No, all the nights that Ro'dey and Lily not here. Oh my gosh.
So,
but I love the fact that he knows that he doesn't have a title.
No, and we had that conversation. Like I say, conversation is key. We had that conversation just recently, and I was like, do you really need a title? I mean, thus far, it's you and I alone for the past year and a half.
Bubbling,
you understand?
Fighting up in the pandemic.
Yeah. And he, not only in the pandemic, in my time of loss too, he was right there. He's understanding. He makes me feel safe.
But Avril, why you give the man a title?
I don't want Avril. Oh God, Avril.
Because you wicked. Them girl wicked. They wicked.
Yes, boy, Avril, boy. Make a good man out of the man. Oh God.
Well, he understands. He understands that he is on the road to being loved, and I do care about him. Right. It's just that me ain't going on telling everybody, that's my bud, that's my man. No, I don't have that.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of my fears, right? I think it's just my fears. Like, okay, you go and you tell people, well, this is my man, and then things. I don't know, like I protecting you from the world. Let me just say that
Wow, you finish Drake, boy? Wow. Drake, yes. I gone. She's me Drake. I gone.
Yeah, I protecting you from the world.
Jaiga, it's like all the time you're leaving the number unsaved in your phone book, right? And from the moment you save them, red flag.
Wow.
But let me ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Jaiga. Like, Avril, do you think that, like, the title itself, right, changes the spectrum? Because you're going through this situationship, everybody know that, here's what, your place right now is a service provider. But once I change you from a service provider to be my man, right, it changes the mindset of both individuals, and that kind of messes up everything.
I had a Nikki moment there. I don't know.
What night I leave off my mic? I just a Nikki moment. What the hell?
I don't know if I just have a say of giving him a quote unquote title to say, well, all right. But he understands, and we had that conversation where I had to explain to him, I said, is it that you need me to lamblast to the world that you are mine and we are here, or you're comfortable? Good, you come over, you spend the night, you spend the weekend. Good, we cook, we go grocery together. I send you for my mother if need be.
Nah, well, they're going grocery too. Why? That's like commitment. When woman and man in grocery together is a different thing, eh? That's
and you're going to send him to pick up your mother. It's not everybody is sent to pick up your mother.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
That's serious.
Avril, I have a question for you.
Hi.
So, at this point in time, you still haven't broadcasted to the world where you stand with him, correct?
Correct.
But that's impossible because here we all, I didn't know.
well, you see, okay, like really close people, past neighbor, Mako Marlene, good, Lily, Firecracker Lily, they have, we have a closeness and they know, good, Big Brother Kevin, he knows what,
Yeah, this is the man in your life. This is the man in your life.
There's no issue there. You're good. There's no issue there.
So, that's me, Uncle Paul.
Right.
We are number to call and thing.
Right.
Yeah. Good, man. I be dong.
I need that number, boy. Like, there's only people out here getting that number.
Is the title really about the world, or is the title about you? Because if it is
I think the title is more about me.
But why are you so comfortable in having that close-knit relationship with him, right? Doing title-bound stuff together, but not giving him the accolade of, hey, yeah, here's my man. Not to the world. The world doesn't matter, right? But why to you as an individual that this guy can't get that auspicious title of I'm yours?
Because I think it'll jinx it and he could change, and then I have to everything will just get things will just get different. We don't say those things on air, ma'am.
Light them on fire.
Wow. All realize that spaces and things the tape in the house FBI could come for you. Just let you know. All right.
That's in your head. It's in your head, but in his emotions and yours, that's not how it is. So I don't know how that really makes sense.
Avril, in your situation, does exclusivity equal the title, or is that separate?
Well, we exclusive, so I believe we exclusive. Should I have to call him to find this thing out?
Pull back.
What I was hearing was, if we don't have a title, then for me personally, right, not your situation, personally, if I don't have a title, then I didn't really. If I'm outside, I'm not really outside because we don't have a title, right?
Let me
Pull back case.
Hold on. Let me chime in.
Ro'dey, explain it. We don't have bill money. Pull back, please.
Hey, I trying to inside of here real hard to gain two right now, boy. I know gain I here. We have a Easter egg there, Avril.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. let me give you a quick ball by ball. Avril came in and she spoke about some things. What she's saying is that she is in an alcohol-infused relationship that started back in 2020 after Carnival. Her bra strap burst and a man offered to put it back on, or not put it back on, leave it off and do other things. And she's still with the same man. So, but they do everything as a couple, but they have not officially said to the world that they are a couple, and she's comfortable with that for now. So we're just trying to get to the bottom as to what's the fair. My thing is, I am saying I think that is part of a now thing. Like the world, how it functions now, a lot of people running off of the comfort of trying not to, that whole saying of it in break, so let me don't try and fix it. Let me just try and leave it how it is and flow. But subconsciously, you know, they're going to take, because I'm sure Avril, there are things that he can do that will affect you emotionally. I'm sure if he does something off, you will feel offended. When you have those sort of feelings, you kind of have to start to tell yourself, listen, the conversation between two of you all will have to change at some point, because he currently doing everything as quote unquote a boyfriend, fiance to be, husband to be. He's functioning in that capacity. So if you leave it open-ended like that, you don't want to run the risk of somebody coming to say, well, it's not like we was really together. That'll hurt you bad on both ends, because you're trying to sort of avoid that. You need to have that conversation. We talk about it in the space all the time. You have to get comfortable having an uncomfortable conversation. Two of you all have to rock back and say, listen, this has been going on 2 years. We need to try and change the dynamic and do it in such a way where it doesn't really stop the flow of the relationship, because I know that is your fear. The relationship flowing nice and you want it to stay that way. But it has to change, because what you don't want is for any little hiccups to happen and you feel as though, because with all the title, people tend to give themselves a pass. Say, well, me ain't really with you, so I can do what I want. You understand? Yeah. And those things cause problems later on. So at some point, we're not telling you to come off this space and go now and do it. I'm just saying, thinking about it and looking at it, because we have fun and we say about it, an alcohol infused relationship, that's all good, but at the end of the day, it's a story. That is how you all met.
And next thing you know, Paul get an argument about, but you never make me a man, so what you taking up for? Yeah. And I got to come down there and take him out.
Don't worry, I have thing on hold. But no, he's coming by me Friday, so we will have that conversation.
I think it's something we should.
Jaiga, and I'm glad.
Who's that? Stacey, say that again, sorry.
Hi, Stacey. I say, let's take a funny thing.
You start off as fun, like you say, you start off as fun, but as time go by, things tend to grow. So if you can't say, if you go out, you're not giving this man a title, and you go out someplace and you see the man with that woman having the same kind of fun all it was having, you can't say nothing. You can't say that. You can't put no kind of feelings. So you have to put things in place up front.
Yeah. Knowing, I just put myself in a situation for a quick second, right? You is my woman, So I tell you, me really care if you say it or not. Since 2019.
Ro'dey, I coming by you and dirty in your vagina since 2020.
Yeah, that's that.
Is my woman here.
And all of a sudden, eyes know your man? No, listen, and I will say this, right? I will say this. It happens where, like, and something too that we all do as human beings. Like, you will meet someone, and I just love Avril's story about that alcohol-infused relationship. I find that so sexy, boy. I find that have a vibe. That alcohol-infused relationship have a vibe. Anyway, we'll get back to that. But what happens is, right, I think as human beings, what we do sometimes is when you meet someone and you're really attracted to them and you like the person, you kind of put yourself in a position to lean towards things they want. So they might introduce something like the conversation. Avril would have started the conversation with like, I love what we're doing here, but I find it should just stay so. And because Avril, he actually has real feelings towards you, he will go along and be like, all right, cool.
Leave it so, yeah.
He will be like, cool, let me leave it so. I cool. But
and that is exactly it.
Right, but I telling it this from experience. In him saying that mightn't necessarily be what he wants, because he will say, yeah, let me leave it so, because he is really interested in you. and he wants to be with you. So he's gonna leave it alone because in his mind, boy, Avril want me to keep this thing so she gave me no title.
Until we reach our hurdle.
And in his mind, he is not he
not ruffling no feathers.
He do ruffle feathers, but he in his heart, he's your man.
You ruffle feathers, buddy. Sit down and relax.
So what will happen? What will happen? Hold on. So what will happen? So what will happen is that if it's not addressed soon, it could end up in a situation where anything goes sour. At the same thing I tell you early on, he will come back and be like, but you say he's not your man. or you could hit him, but he's not your girl, and them kind of things. And that kind of pain and that kind of hurt, this lasts long. So I see a conversation.
Right now,
I agree.
Right now that man is just towing the line because Avril, have you ever asked? Has he ever hinted to you that the L will ever slip out, or he ever comes here in a queer way? Right. So let me tell you something. Jaiga, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Apparently, he was watching me probably about a year or two prior.
Yeah, that is your man, girl.
That is your man, girl. That is your man. So Avril, you really feel if Johnny is the person hail you and play you wanna come by you, he not go and get hers. He don't want Johnny there. You cannot do that. That is your man. You see how
you can't just pop up here, call first.
Wait now, he don't have access.
Avril.
Jaiga, you forgetting Avril is a retired bad thing.
Yeah, oh God. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a God.
Avril.
Yes, honey. I could say it on Spaces. I cannot say it on 6 to 9. I could say it on Spaces.
Yes, honey.
He have a nickname. He's got Big Head.
Shorty.
Yeah, that man. He ever come by and you do something. He do something that you're not accustomed to, but you allow it.
Yeah, when he brushes his teeth and he'll be like,
That is your man.
Man.
All right.
Avril,
Hey.
you buy Pennywise stuff for him? Avril, you buy Gillette deodorant and spray.
You never buy deodorant?
No.
Avril, do you fart in front of him?
No.
What do you have again?
That is not your man.
Okay. Well, it's
still holding in fart after 3 years.
No, it's not 3 years. It's not 3 years. Don't do shit that now. It's not 3 years. That's how it's going on 2. Come on, Ro'dey. It's going on 2. It's going on 2. Oh God, Ro'dey, cool it now.
No, but you see, the thing is, he not buy me often, and that is just the thing. He does come over. Good. He will come over. Like we made plans since last week, and I was like, all right, cool. Friday. And a weekend thing, well, your schedule, like, right. Friday, we just spend the evening together. Saturday, he gonna leave Saturday because I have to go to it, he has to go to it, so it works out, right?
Yeah, all the schedule,
Remember, it's a schedule. I remember, Ro'dey, what you miss, it was a rum infused relationship. It started very, very, very nice. I love the start. The start was amazing.
That's brilliant.
Nah, but not all rum-infused relationship this goes so, because some of them, it is end up realizing that you had to stay rum-infused to maintain that relationship.
Wow.
Now, we
you looking to get drunk, eh?
I don't.
We normal, good. Yeah, but the only thing is, he a little shy, so I would get my way. What? Wait a Nothing. I said, okay, great. So we do it this way.
Right. But Jaiga, they're not in a relationship, That's not really, man. If it is the scheduling thing still, and he can't just pop up just so.
Yeah, but that's what I don't understand. I know.
They're lying to each other.
Yeah,
both of them lying to each other.
Both of them because
that to me that is proper communication.
No, the communication is there.
No, they're lying to each other.
They're not lying. You have it wrong. No. Hold on. It's not a lie. What's going on there? Both of them still scared. He afraid her and she afraid of getting hit. He afraid her.
Exactly. That's what I get from that.
And she afraid of being hurt. So she want to keep it that way because she has control, and it's easier that way because she can manage it when it's scheduled.
I feel Avril more frightened, man.
Yeah, she is, but she can't remember. She is more frightened. But
Avril scared, so what? Avril scared, so what Avril doing is playing up this kind of biggish front because she know he's shy. And he realizing, hold on, and he realizing that, wait, just now, here's what, I can't really gangster, but I don't really want to lose she too because he cut real good and she's kind of treat me real good and I don't really go to people's place and things so on as just let me brush my teeth and hawk and spit and all kind of things. So let me just bat in my crease and not really know for that. Yeah. That's what he did. Right now he's Chanda Paul and she's Lara.
The batting.
You just make groceries when he come in after us?
They make groceries together, bro.
Like we went Price Mart the other day and
shopping together.
Yep.
We had a whole argument.
Pop, not when you're playing games, man.
Girl, we went Price Mart the other day and we had our first argument over groceries, which was he bought some stuff for home. He bought some stuff for home by him and I bought some stuff for home by me. And when we got to the cashier was like, "Oh, you're paying?" I said, "Well, 2 separate bills." Done? So he paid for his stuff, I paid for mine. When we get home, he was like, "Don't ever do that again."
Yeah, that is
and he's damn right.
Damn right.
You're playing with the man.
Playing with the man, come on. You have to, at some point in time, you have to let a man be a man. You have to let a man be a man, Avril.
Avril, your new name from tonight onward.
I don't know why you didn't want. I don't know why you didn't look for something in Price Mart. Like fuck your own thing.
Ro'dey, I'm gonna play Godfather tonight. Avril, your new name is NLCB. You on game.
Fine. We'll have a conversation on Friday.
But it's good that you all talk it out, though.
Jaiga and let Jaiga know what the conversation thing and how it went on, and he would pass that knowledge to you.
All right, cool. But I just saying, at some point in time, you know, you have to, as hard as it might be for you, beautiful black independent women in the space, it's really good sometimes. So when you allow a man to just, you know, do something manly for you, it's okay. I know it's hard to do because you all are really, you know, accustomed to taking care of yourself, but sometimes a man just want to do something small, and you other can't work a balance. After he had paid for the Price Mart, he was supposed to say, "Oh, let you go so," and you do something else outside of the Price Mart.
Well, we went so Price Mart didn't work out, right? We had that conversation. So Sunday gone, was it Sunday? Not Sunday gone. Sunday before we go on market. I called him. I say, "Oh, what are you doing? Meet me. Let me go market." So we go on market. I buy fish. I pay for my fish. I normal. It's almost fighting to Napuna market. Good. I tell you, I'm a big fish. Whoa.
No, but Avril, do you really find it necessary that if it is he's there and have you ever done the wait and see approach them, or have you because of this? Go ahead.
Listen to me. I accustomed. What's the cost of that? Right. I pull my wallet and I pay for my thing. It's something that I'm accustomed to. Because, all right, let me go back some years, right? 19, 20 years ago, when I was pregnant with my daughter, her father was the one he buy her a lollipop. He had to tell you where we buy her a lollipop. When he gets vexed with you, he will back the lollipop. So,
well, I blame you. You're accustomed to ship it, man.
Right.
So you get a good man. So here's what, and this is what Jaiga permit me to get one like South man. Yes. All your problem is all you accustomed to stupid man. So when a good man come in all your life, it is confuffle all your mind. So they don't know how to.
My God.
Okay, come down from there, sir.
Yeah.
Come down, brother. For you.
I heard because all your good woman is good man.
No. You come wrong there, sis. It's not that. Listen to what she said. She was with child father. Okay? We in love. We think, and if that's the way he had to carry on, is that our fault? How is that our fault? That your mother ain't bring you up right.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
Okay? You don't know how to talk to a woman because you must see your father talking to your mother, so and then you want to come and treat me like that. But yet me and my what? No.
So Marlene, let me ask you.
Fault. That can never be our fault.
What you was referring to, the new guy, and
no. Yeah, what I'm referring to is that
Aladdin was referring to the fact that because Avril had a stupid man for a child father, now she doesn't know how to appreciate.
And we bring confuffle.
Yeah.
No, but it's not that I don't know how to appreciate.
I don't think it's
I'm scared that if I give, just now wait.
Exactly.
I'm scared that if I give him the opportunity to do good, later on the line, he could be like, well, I did give you. And you see that I did
So
give
you
you.
rather just do your own thing.
Correct.
I have custom doing
You have custom doing your own thing.
But ladies, the question is this. If it is we act in a premise of that manner, right? How would we ever know if it is John who is coming after is going to fit the ballot? Because if you don't allow John to show you that, hey, babe, I got this and this will never happen, I will never reproach you on this. If it is you always take front there first, then John does not get that opportunity to prove himself. And now you're classing John as Mark.
Yeah, but hold on, Aladdin.
John doing what John does do, John waiting right now. Remember,
yeah, but and you have to understand this too. You have to, 2020. And you have to understand this too. Those things take time. We always try to put time limits on them things, bro. And they can't put time limits on them things. Some them things take time. You could want to be you could be the best person on the planet, and the girl that you are trying to be with and spend the rest of your life with have her traumas, and it would take the test of time for you to get to that point. In this case, Avril has her reasons for doing what she's doing, and if her homeboy is genuine, it's 2 years. All he has to do is continue doing what he's doing, continue doing what he's doing, and if it's one thing I learned over years, bro, and I would tell you this, Aladdin, character does always shine through, buddy. Eventually, if he's an asshole, she will say he's an asshole. Yeah. So if he know he's not an asshole, he just have to continue doing what he's doing, and it'll be fine.
Avril know this individual is not an idiot. It's only one time he ever dropped the ball in the 2 years or 3 years that I've known Avril, and she's been speaking about this individual. She knows it just takes time for her walls to come down.
Yeah, and remember she going through it's a different.
Or in the words of Kevin, she allergic to banana.
I hear what that. I hear that. I hear what that.
But Jaiga, let me ask this question. Let's put the shoe on the other foot now. If men move in the same mindset, do you think we'll have a problem with the interaction with women and how women look at us and see us?
Bro,
I have met men that move in that same manner.
It have men,
I have met men like that.
It have men
because they've been broken before.
It have broken men out there. It have real women going through that because it have real broken men out there, bro. Who good women come in their life.
The only difference is a man might get she might leave him out faster. If you play them kind of games, he might get leave out faster.
It have plenty men like that.
And that is what I'm saying there.
For what them were, they blame a lot of women for what they went through.
Yeah.
True. And Marlene, which is correct. And Ro'dey, what it is you're saying there is that this is why I'm saying now. Men are normally more patient than women, right? In this situation. But would a woman really be that patient? Because you all just said it doesn't have a timeline, which I
No,
it has women who will wait. It depends on the person. There are women who will wait.
They will wait. It depends on the woman.
It have some women.
It all depends on the person.
To me, it's a woman there are women that definitely will wait. But if something better comes along, and he act together, she gone.
That's true.
She gone.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. That is definitely true.
My thing is, my prayer tonight for Avril is I hope that you stop your boyfriend up. Well, not your boyfriend, the person that you're courting right now for 2 years. Stock him up on his mask, stock him up on his sanitizer, because it's an Omicron thing over there. I don't want him to lose the battle before he reach the promised land, boy. You understand? So stock him up on his mask and things. Stock him up on his sanitizer and on his
Hey, you ship it
everything
bad.
to wash his hands and
You ship it bad.
Because it's different out there,
You ship it bad.
It's different out there.
All I'm saying, to go back to Ali real quick about that, I know that I kind of believe that women, because for women, and it's a different level of emotions, and women have different things to battle with men. Women move quicker, not because they don't love it, or not because that they find you taking too long to come around. Is that they think about themselves from a different perspective, not one of ego, not one of being a narcissist, but more from a biological standpoint. It's like women tell themselves, they give themselves timelines within themselves. It's like, listen, I'm getting to this particular age and this is what I want for me, and I'm not seeing it with you, and all of them sort of things.
That biological clock.
So the conversation is a little different. So if a woman meets a damaged man who's going through whatever, and he has his walls he's trying to pull down, and she sees something as Ro'dey said, and she sees somebody who can offer that in the now, you might find her swaying towards that quicker than a man. But in Avril's case, what I'm saying is, she is in a position with a guy who has presented himself as a good man over the past 2 years. She has legitimate reasons not to want to put that title on the relationship in the now. All I'm saying is that if that continues going forward without a proper conversation, both of them could end up hurt. Where she could feel that she made a mistake and lost something that was good to her, and then he could feel as though he didn't do right, and they could all go downhill if they don't have the conversation. So the conversation that they're running from, both of them need to have that. After that, then we could talk back to Avril again. But for now, I could understand why it is she just want to bat in her crease and be safe, because we're in a wild space right now and everybody just want to be safe. You dig? So yeah.
Exactly. Well said.
So Avril, if you have to choose a Facebook status right now for your relationship, what would it be?
Why? Oh my God.
If you have to make it public tonight, and
alcohol infused.
Alcohol infused. I love it.
You gotta talk to Zuckerberg to put now one is it?
Alcohol
Girl, I think I'm going to make that much status on Facebook and Instagram. Alcohol infused.
But Ro'dey, I just want to correct you. He has already reached the promised land. She let any man use she towel and sleep over. Come on.
Yes.
Well, he's talking about his girl.
Now we talking.
We ain't
talking that we don't know. Avril loves she dirty. I know that the dirty towel and thing. Avril about that. We ain't talking about that. That is not. Always when you want to bring in jam and this kind of confuse the conversation. We're not speaking of that tonight. That's what we're talking about. It's past that.
But guys like me, alcohol infused. But when you Jaiga, I mean, alcohol infused means what?
I know. That's what I say. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, but the main thing that alcohol infused plus jam is jam. I mean, come on.
So Avril, you sure this man just signed up for one credit union, right? Like he in Avril credit union alone, or he has shares all over.
Nah, he lives how to pick a boy. He like a mama's boy kind of way, because like I cook cuckoo and callaloo and things for him the other day. He called him mother. What the hell wrong with you though? Right. You know, I make bread for him. He has to call him mother. Ma, I will make bread for me. Oh, what is fucking. Take your bread and go home.
Wow.
He's just letting his mother know that in the time of her closing her eyes, he will be taken care of.
So you meet mommy already?
Yeah.
You meet mommy?
And his son.
Well, if you meet mommy already, you in a whole relationship then.
You in a relationship.
And his brother.
You in a whole relationship if you meet mommy already.
Come on.
Yeah, you forget it's alcohol infused, so she drunk and stumbling down the wee road.
No, hear this. He met my mother, but mommy doesn't know who he is, right?
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you met his mother
from the world and her mother.
So how he introduced you to his mom?
Mommy, this is Avril. I guess he tell her whatever, but mommy, this is Avril, right?
Okay.
And I was
wait, Avril, he meet your mother too, right?
Uh-huh.
So you in a whole relationship?
Full.
Yeah. is.
Yeah, but mommy don't
when you
know
met
what it
his
is.
mother, how she watch you? She watch you like she know of Avril before. She heard the name Avril before.
Yeah. She got the whole thing, and she knew that my daughter passed away, and she was sympathetic, and she just called me so that I'm okay.
Avril, if he mother know all of that, you is he wifey?
Yep.
And she didn't say who is this god horse.
Nope.
You see them girl and them from Diego Martin?
We the best. The best is from the west. And it's better from reverse state.
And it's that.
Yes, Ro'dey.
You see them reverse state girl and them? That born in December? Well, I'm figuring that they born with Christ, they're close to Christ.
Wow.
I don't know. I just picturing that virgin. Sooner or later, he might just hit it in knee in front of everybody, because all in a relationship.
Boy, I don't think he that man. I don't think he that man. He ain't gonna do that.
You think so, right?
I hope not.
So that's not where it slow down. He kind of insecure. So he pops certain questions like, if I start asking to marry me, will you say yes or no? And I just pretend as I didn't hear that question or that comment, and I moved on.
You just ignore the man?
Wow, boy. You see me?
Yeah, bro.
I need to find God.
Bro, that Virgin here, line was he going back up?
Oh my God.
When Nicole, why?
I don't know when Nicole going,
Nicole is there.
Kevin saying he getting kicked out repeatedly.
Yeah, boy, I
don't know what's going on, but it stayed steady for a while, for a good while. I know what happened there. Nicole is there, but she does not say nothing. I don't know. I'm confused.
Well, it's the same thing I say with Kevin, that he there, but he not saying nothing.
I don't have seen Kevin. I not seen Kevin.
Adam, speak on a Jaiga. Try to Adam. He there.
Let me see if I can get.
I just got kicked out and came back in.
Yeah, let me see if I can get Kevin in, and I'll try to bring him up there. Let me see.
But I want to thank all you for being here for me in my time of need and in my time of when I'm doubting.
Kevin.
Yeah, thank you.
We love you, honey. We love you.
Yeah, we know we're going tonight, boy.
Boy, I tell you, boy, I get kicked out like I saw him. Like I saw him. I saw him.
I tell you where to come in.
You accept tonight.
Neighbor said my bad spot when I jump over the wall.
I tell you that wasn't to go there.
But you talk about it.
Jaiga. Jaiga.
Yeah.
I just show my vaccination card again there.
No, boy, I don't know what we're doing here.
The amount I kick out, I get kicked out just now.
I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. I swear.
Meanwhile, NFL have been a big dance over there with about 400 of them in there.
I know. But anyway, guys.
Wait, Kelly.
Send them an email.
Hold on, Jaiga, before you cut off and not reach. Kelly, listen. If you ain't here, last week I called my old dog. Yeah, it's a big old dog. Tuesday we were with 10%. Not saying.
Hey.
Last week Wednesday I called my old dog, and Sunday big tune up. Man get inspiration and like tune.
What's right?
Yeah.
When I do that tune, right? Every time I record, this is a true story here. You see, when I get to the part with lipstick on my color, how me feeling, and so far I taking, she keying, I get in trouble. All I see, I swear, is Lily and them facing. Lily and neighbor and them facing. Every time I sing, I get in trouble.
We want inspiration for tune.
Yeah.
Now we supposed to get another 10% Marlene.
I swear, boy. I swear.
Hello. Cha-ching.
I swear, boy. Every time that old dog part come in and laugh. It was the hardest thing to sing.
Talk about this evening on the 3 p.m. shift, they say that song was a true song, a true tune.
How that is a true song?
You're singing your life.
No, I've never in my life have I get any car key and all them said that petty thing never. I misunderstandings, yes. I can attest to the misunderstandings, but everything in this song with respect to the misunderstandings is true. When I say I really
you're trucking any shop right now?
Don't have a pleasant night. You see you? I real for the US.
Where is the priest?
Wow.
Where is the priest? Because Ro'dey and neighbor confessing inside of here tonight.
Yo, I real Kevin, I hate you, boy. Man.
Boy, tell you, boy.
You cannot wrap up here from the Honorable Dr. Amala. Let's leave on Wednesday.
Oh, let me bring in Dr. Amala to say some good nights. We got to go. Dr. Amala.
Hey, good night. This is very, very entertaining. I'm happy that Avril has a breakthrough. Avril, if you need some questions to ask, we have some questions we can lend you, and we'd be happy to know what the feedback was. So, but yeah, no, I thought it was quite interesting. We kind of deviated from what you started with, Jaiga, because I kind of wanted to hear, where people would have gone with that in terms of the long term or short term, and how they choose somebody. So that was interesting. But
Avril kind of sent it down a different road. But the question was, they said that people who want long-term relationships go for face, and short-term relationship they go for body. Which was a brilliant question. Right. I'll try and touch that. I'll do that. I'll show that with Abby and them, and we'll do it on the radio. But that was a nice one though. That Nikki bring. So yes, guys.
Dr. Amala, I gave Jaiga a couple questions, and he ran me like a dog. I just let him.
Wow. You all have a blessed night, and as I will always say, you understand. Remember, let's get comfortable having an uncomfortable conversation, guys. And we look forward to Avril's beautiful weekend this weekend. On Friday, she's going to...
Jaiga, Dr. Amala said she would send me some questions. Can you please forward her?
Yeah, I have all. I know all the questions. Don't worry about it. I got it. I just
want to ask Dr. Amala one question.
Yes.
Since we're getting comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations, Dr. Amala, you have somebody?
No, I don't.
Right. Jaiga, go ahead. Say good night. Quick.
You tall enough. You have to climb up on top of it.
Hey, only have a blessed night.
So Jaiga is old dog. Nikki is dog house. So Ro'dey, you next buddy. Well, the Jaiga is the old dog, and Nikki have the whole dog house kind of thing, which is story. We need a dog house story from you.
I don't know dog now, way.
Time will tell, my friend. We go see what
time will tell.
He's dog bite.
Wow. You all have a good one?
I only like cats.
Oh wow. That's it. I'll go on.
This is the third party. Jaiga, Nikki, Ro'dey.